Starting streaming. There we go. Okay, good. So, hello everybody. And welcome to Dubious Engineering. This is our first live stream, so as you can imagine, I'm ever so slightly nervous. I don't know how many of you guys are actually going to pop on and watch this live. You probably will watch it post-production, I expect. I have a guest star with me, Keith from the Digital Orphanage. He's on Skype. He's just above me there. There's a big track on the grass. And we also have... so what we're going to do today is we're going to show you guys a little bit of... Hopefully, if my internet connection holds out, we're going to show you guys inside a 30-year-old capacitator. This was kindly done by Keith. And Keith is also moderator, by the way, for the chat on the channel. And we're also going to play an engineering-related game, which is called Tim's Incredible Machine. It is a 1993 game. I'm not a huge gamer. It's not really my kind of thing. I'm a maker. But in this instance, we're going to get on. We're going to do a little bit of gaming just for fun because of this whole lockdown sort of situation. You know, it makes sense to... We're a lot of us are working from home. A lot of us can't leave our houses and see our friends. So, so surely this is a good time to get on and have a bit of fun.
So, Howard, we have some people already.
Oh wow!
Your followers, they are keen. They want to hear your words of wisdom. We've got Betsy387. Hi, Betsy, and we've got Desmond's. Dunders?
Oh, Desmond's on. Epic. Excellent. Well, Alex is lovely to follow. Thank you, Alex. And also Desmond, lovely. Thank you very much. And I hope the van's doing well. And I'm sure now the weather's getting nicer, you're probably going out and enjoying life in the sunshine, maybe, but maintaining social separation from everything. So epic. Good. Well, whilst we're waiting for more people to join us, let's just have a little bit of a look here at Keith's video. What's inside 30-year-old capacitors. And what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and we'll get straight to the sort of the point, which is probably about sort of like a minute or two into the video here where he actually starts pulling things apart. Keith, by the way, is Keith's channel is the Digital Orphanage. So let's fire that up. We'll make it full screen. And you can see me down here, and this is just whilst we're waiting for people to join us for the live stream today. This is Keith's channel, the Digital Orphanage, and Keith, where did these capacitors come out of?
They came out of an equally old Amiga 2000 power supply. In fact, two of them.
Okay, I'm just muting your audio on your channel, on your video, so that we can.
Yeah, you don't need to hear me waffling on there, do you?
So they came out of an Amiga 2000 computer, is that right?
Yes, out of the power supply.
Out of the power supply.
So that was a previous video I did where I'm refurbishing the two power supplies, and then after I'm clearing the decks, I'm like looking at a big pile of capacitors, and the thought came into my head: what do they look like inside?
What's inside? Absolutely.
And it turns out that's a question that a lot of people, when they saw it, thought, yeah, what is inside? We all think about capacitors, and we know we need to replace them and do stuff with them, but we don't often rip stuff apart.
Yeah, absolutely. And in this case, it's a tinfoil separated by mylar, or not mylar, some kind of. What is that goopy tape in the middle there, mate?
The brown tape?
Yeah.
I'm not sure what it's made of. It's almost sort of paper, fabric-y type. It's obviously not conductive, but it separates the layers, and it has the electrolyte, suspended within it.
Absolutely, the electrolyte. That was the word I was looking for. So, good stuff. Excellent. So, as a suggestion, if you're into your retro stuff and or electronics, Keith, the Digital Orphanage, well worth checking out his channel. Pop over there and have a look. There's quite a few videos on there. Keith, what other videos have you got on your channel?
Ooh. So put me on the spot. What have I got on there? I've done all sorts of stuff so far. I have... Well, I've got the previous one where I take apart the power supplies. I've got the one before that where I was looking at an Olivetti Envision, which was a computer where I used to work at a company called Thornlink, and they did the IT support for customers of radio rentals. So anybody in the UK will be familiar with radio rentals. It's where you could go to hire not just your white goods, but like your washing machine, but also they started doing computers in the late 90s for a few years, and Olivetti and IBM were two of the makes that they went with. So that's quite a neat computer that not many people knew about. So when I stumbled across that in the museum, it was like, ooh, I was quite excited, actually.
So actually, that's a very good point. Keith is a volunteer for the Swindon Museum of Computing. And Keith puts an awful lot of effort in on the weekends to get this wonderful computer museum up to scratch. There's all sorts of stuff in there, some really old school computers and some newer equipment as well. But poor Keith there has got the job of both moderating the chat on the channel. Not that I think we've got too many people online, but he's also trying to engage in conversation with me as well. So anyway, what do you reckon, Keith? How many people have we got on? 2, 3, 4?
At the moment, we've still got Betsy and Desmond's.
Okay.
And Desmond's just telling us about the Great British NHS driveway/garden campout. Now, why haven't I heard about this? I've heard about going out and clapping for the NHS.
Okay, that's interesting.
Which we've been doing, but it's raising money for NHS charities. Wow, nearly £25,000 raised so far.
That's absolutely magnificent.
That's awesome.
Okay, excellent. So does that mean I get to camp on my driveway in my camper van, I wonder? I hope it does, because I'm actually thinking about doing that. Right, okay, I'm going to fire up this game. So you've all seen Big Track before there. There's something that I was working on adjusting, adding an Arduino into a little LCD display. Never quite finished that project. I need to get back into it. But anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to fire up this computer game called Tim's Incredible Machine, or The Incredible Machine, TIM. And I'm gonna chuck our lovely Keith. I'm gonna pop him out of the way, and we're gonna go full screen with Tim's Incredible Machine. Bye. Bye, Keith. Don't worry, Keith is staying on audio. Keith is staying on audio, so he can pop a few comments in from time to time, and hopefully tell me what's going on in the chat, because I haven't figured out how to get the chat up at the same time that I'm streaming here. As I said, this is Dubious Engineering's first go at streaming proper, you know. So we have a keyboard over here. To make all kinds of silly noises with, and we do have a little bit of background noise, a little bit of background music going on, perhaps.
We also have a new joiner in the chat, Fax Corp.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much for joining us, Fax Corp. So let's fire up this this game here. As I said, I'm not a huge gamer, but this game I do remember, 1993, released by Sierra, and ultimately what you've got to do is you've got to create, you've got to solve problems. So the idea here, hopefully you can see my mouse, we've got a little basketball there, and the basketball needs to go through the hoop. So I'm going to talk us through the first one. I have done the first one, and then we're going to get into doing a couple more of these. So we're only going to last, this stream's only going to last about half an hour, something like that, and then we're going to shut it down. But it's just for a bit of fun, and it's just, just to sort of keep people entertained whilst they're sort of doing their thing at home. So right, let's get the basketball through the hoop. How do we do that? Well, what we do is we take this here, which is a little mouse inside a hamster inside a hamster wheel, which spins a cog around, and then we take a little belt and we connect the two belts together, there and there, like that. And when that hamster wheel gets hit by the bowling ball just here, it will start the hamster wheel. Now, I'm just going to show you, if I hit start the machine over here in the top right, the bowling ball falls on the floor and nothing happens. So ultimately, what we've got to do is restart, get in here. We've got to make sure that that bowling ball hits this hamster wheel down here. We've got to tie that hamster wheel to that conveyor belt right there. Then we've got to get that bowling ball to hit this hamster wheel right here, and we've got to tie that hamster wheel to this conveyor belt right here. And then what we've got to do is we've got to make sure, in fact, you know what, I'm going to forget that. I'm going to start the machine, and I'm going to clearly show you that this may not work. Boom, started, and it worked. Excellent. Good stuff. So the basketball went through the hoop. Right, puzzle 1 completed. And you get a little password so that you can write down that password. There's no save option. This is a really sort of old school game, but it's really quite good fun to play. Certainly when I was a kid, I really enjoyed this. So puzzle 1 completed. Click button to continue. Right, do you want to play another puzzle? Yes, we're going to advance to the next puzzle. So what is in the next puzzle? Right, well, we've got a basketball, hamster wheels, again, by the looks of things, rubber bands, and so ultimately what we've got to do here is we've got to put both bowling balls into the metal baskets. To solve this puzzle, you must place and flip the mouse cage and then hook the pulley belt to the conveyor belt. All right, to solve this puzzle, you must place and flip the mouse cage and then hook the pulley belt to the conveyor belt. All right, okay, so let's have a go. I'm sure it'll all become perfectly right. So I can see that guy there. All right, there's a hamster wheel there. How does, oh my goodness, how on earth does that work?
I don't want to put any pressure on you, Howard, but
yeah.
You have 5 people watching you.
A whole 5 people on the channel. Fantastic. Guys, welcome to the first YouTube, the first Dubious Engineering YouTube live stream. We're just doing it for a bit of fun because we're not allowed to go out and drink beer with our friends. We've got to stay home and drink beer and do other stuff instead. So this is an engineering game called Tim's Incredible Machine. And what we've got to do is we've got to rig different bits of stuff up to different bits of stuff in order to make things work. So, where are we at then? If we press the go button, I think the basketball will hit the hamster cage. The hamster will start running in the wheel because he'll wake up. He'll then fire up the conveyor belt. The bowling ball will land in here. So I'm going to put the hamster wheel inside that tunnel there. Oh my goodness. So how does... Ooh, yeah, all right, okay, well, maybe the 2 basketballs will start at the same time then. So I'm just going to copy the same system. I'm going to copy what they've got on the left-hand side to the right-hand side. Start the machine. Ah, right, okay. So I know what I did wrong there. I've got, if you hit the hamster wheel, you can change the direction of rotation of the hamster wheel. There we go. Start the machine. Boom. And both of the bowling balls are now in the top. Puzzle 2 completed. Fantastic. Whew, this is hard work. All right, so do you want to advance to the next puzzle or replay your solution? No, we're going to advance to the next puzzle. So we've got Keith from the Digital Orphanage on, and that's Keith's channel. And we're just having a bit of fun, having a play around. My goodness, look at this. We've got what looks like balloons, little puffers, little, what are they called? Bellows. And right, okay, you must pop all the balloons. Fine, here we go then. So we've got bellows, balloons, scissors. So clearly the bellows will get pushed. These bellows will get pushed by the ball, and the balloon will go into the scissors.
So Fact Corp is suggesting to put it inside bricks. I presume that's aimed at you.
To put it inside the bricks, yes, indeed. I think we've done that one now. So we're there's clearly a little bit of a delay between the comments and also what we're streaming here. So thank you very much indeed, Fact Corp, for the suggestion. So I'm gonna go ahead and move on with this. I'm going to take those bellows, rotate the bellows. I'm going to put a ball above those bellows that looks like that ball there. Let's start this and see what happens. Boom. So both of those bellows exploded, but the hamster wheel and this guy did nothing. Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to drop that ball. Can I drop that ball from there? No? Right, from there, try. Let's go. Nope, okay, that doesn't work. Here we go. Surely this has got to be it. Right, so we take that, rotate it that way, and drop the ball on the bellows. Yes, boom! Puzzle 3 completed. Fantastic. All right,
we have some more watches?
Are we having fun yet? That's the question.
I believe so.
Welcome.
We've got Mark Clooney and Ian Matthews has joined us.
Ian Matthews, hello, my friend. Ian's got a lovely little channel. It's Ian likes to scrap things, so he will find stuff that that you can take apart and basically get all of the copper out of and all that kind of good stuff. So Ian Matthews, well worth popping over and checking out Ian's channel. So thanks for joining us.
Well, Ian believes your stream is particularly dubious, very dubious. Very
dubious stream indeed, yeah. So what we're doing tonight is we're playing Tim's Incredible Machine, and ultimately what it is like a bit of an engineering challenge. You've got to sort of solve problems. This is a 1993 game from Sierra, and so what have we got here on the screen in front of us? If we start it, we can see what happens. All right, okay. So this is like a little sort of marble machine or whatever. But ultimately, then you can see that we drop the basketball on the seesaw. The seesaw flips a ball onto another seesaw, and this continues on. So let's grab another seesaw, right? And that will flip all of those over there. So what happens when this goes here, I wonder?
Error 42 has joined us, and he's asked, how's it going? He used to love this game. It's brilliant.
Oh, excellent.
And he thinks it looks up your street too.
Yeah, indeed,
Very
yeah.
Dubious.
Indeed.
Everybody knows you well.
Indeed. Thank you, Keith. And thank you, Error 42. Oh, I didn't quite get that one right, did I? It's the case of the positioning these... There we go. So let's get that. Let's just see how this looks, see what happens. So the basketball hits the little bowling ball. The bowling ball hits the seesaw with the other bowling ball. And, right, I'm trying to figure out how... okay, right. So I think what we've got to do then is we've got to get that seesaw down there. How do we get that seesaw under there? That's going to be interesting. What am I doing wrong here? So basketball, bowling ball, seesaw, 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 and clearly that's not the right place for the seesaw. There must be another way to do this. Let's figure it out. Any suggestions would be useful at this point in time. We've definitely got the flip from the second seesaw, and we've got two balls in the container. What on earth have we got to do? Right, I feel the need. Can I can I go back to read the instruction? Your goal is to make the bowling ball fall off the bottom of the screen. Okay. Oh, this might be easier. Maybe we just need to work on the bowling ball aspect. How's that? How does this seesaw?
Suggest to swap the lower seesaw.
Swap the lower seesaw. Ah, right. Okay. So turn it around. Okay. And then
Error 42 was a bit surprised to suddenly hear a voice reading out his comment, because of course people can't see me.
Sorry. Yes.
That's all right.
So Keith,
I'm making way for the action.
You know what? I tell you what. Let me see if I can bring you back in, Keith. Hang on a second. Let me see if I can bring you. No. I've got a feeling that I'll put you. That's Keith, by the way, just there. Keith's channel is the Digital Orphanage. Pop over and check it out. But I think as soon as I go full screen, I've got a horrible feeling. Unless I right-click on this,
you might have to create a new OBS window and put me in there specially.
I am going to have to.
They don't need to see me.
Oh, there we go. No, you know what? Skype has popped you up in the top right-hand corner in a tiny, tiny, tiny little screen. So no worries. Doesn't matter. Right, I'm still trying to figure out this puzzle. How do we fix this, guys? This is quite bonkers. We've definitely got something going on. Basketball. Does it actually? Do we care about the basketball? Does the basketball actually have any influence on this? Can you see what's going on, Keith, at all? Can you see
I can, but I can hear you talking about something that it takes a few seconds for me to then see.
Ah, okay.
My brain's getting confused, so apologies all if that happens. I've got hashtag Tiny Digital Orphanage.
Hashtag Tiny Digital Orphanage. We did say that this was just going to be a bit of an experimental live stream. As I said, it's the first live stream for Dubious Engineering. So please bear with us a little bit on that. And you know what? I think maybe it'd be interesting just to have a little bit of background music. I wonder if you can hear that. Maybe you can. Anyway, what on earth are we gonna? I'm stumped on this one. This one's got me stumped, guys.
So the suggestion is 2 at the bottom, the opposite way round to the 3 at the top.
2 at the bottom, the opposite way round to the 3 at the top.
Are we still on the beginner sort of early levels?
We're still on the early levels. Apparently, the vodka Coke is doing what it says on the tin. So two on the bottom level and spinning the other way around. So this guy hits this guy. All right. So this guy hits this guy. You know what? Maybe that's got it. I don't know. Let's just chuck. I'm just going to start chucking stuff places and see what happens. Let's see what happens. Right. Okay. That's all good. Right. That one gets that one up in the air. That one gets that one up in the air. That one's gonna. Oh, that's not good. Right. All right. I see what's going on there. Okay. So this is a suck it and see job, I reckon. Whoops. Whoops. Are you sure you want to clear all parts and restart this level? No, I'm not. I'm quite happy with the level the way it is. Right, let's continue on with the level, please. Yeah, okay. Carry on. How do I carry on? Play. There we go. Right, so I believe I can move that to a different location. There we go. Right, and then I think if I spin this guy around... Oh, mate, I think I might have it. Here we go. 1, 2. This is going to be success. We're going to end on this one if we get it. Come on. Yes. No. Nearly there. Right, just a little bit of a tweak here, I think. There we go. And I think that's probably got it. Let's fire this up. Boom. Boom. This is magnificent. Okay, so who wants to see more of this in the future? Please make sure you give us a thumbs up. Yes, there it is. The bowling ball is out. The bowling ball is out. We've completed puzzle number 4. Who wants to see more of this craziness at some point in the future? Please, thank you, Keith, for the hand clapping there. Please make sure you give us a good old thumbs up, and perhaps we'll do a couple more of these. You know, with everybody locked down and everything, I think it's sort of fun. It's sort of essential that we have a little bit of fun. So vodka and coke on my end. We've got Keith from the Digital Orphanage. We've got a room with about 5 or 6 people in it that are taking part in the live stream this evening. Thank you ever so much for joining us. It was just fun and a bit of an experiment. Our very first live stream on Dubious Engineering. Take care, guys and girls. Be good, and we'll see you again in the not too distant future. Any last words from Keith?
It's been fun. It's been great. The time's flashed by.
It really has. I can't believe it. It's like, I think we've probably been running for about 20 or 30 minutes. So I hope we haven't bored you all to tears. Take care. Have a wonderful weekend. Cheers and beers, guys and girls. Bye for now.